Water covers about 71% of the Earth's composition and is considered the most vital resource that all living and non-living organisms depend on to survive. We have heard this phrase a lot. However, it is undeniable that we still fail to take care of this resource that is only so finite, yet treated so very opposite. With that, we must play our role in understanding the nature of water and its cycle to properly save it and take care of it.
The water cycle mainly contributes to regulating weather patterns on our planet. Water is important in our daily lives, especially the clean water we consume. Stages of the water cycle such as evaporation and infiltration help by purifying water since pollutants, sediments, and contaminants are left behind once the water has undergone this process, making it beneficial for humans, animals, and plants consumption. Human and animal consumption of water is involved in different chemical reactions in the body, particularly those involving energy production. On the other hand, plants consume water through their roots, use it for photosynthesis, and release it through transpiration. Additionally, it could help generate a power supply known as hydroelectricity.
Our mere presence greatly contributes to each biogeochemical reaction. However, it is very important to us to focus on the harmful effect that we have caused by disrupting our water system, because safe and readily available water is important for our own health. Disruption in the water cycle can cause extreme flooding or drought, harming the species on our Earth, including us. A campaign of the Sustainable Development Goal, which is the SDG 6, focuses on ensuring a clean and stable water supply and effective water sanitation by the year 2030. Informs us that we must be accountable and responsible in our water consumption and conserving the water supply instead of destroying it.
For the anthropogenic effects, first we have hydroelectricity. The advancement to create hydro dams is a new way to produce electricity. However, these dams can be dangerously mismanaged that can be blocked and affect the water flow. It can produce droughts and affect the wildlife and its migratory paths. It can also contribute to the greenhouse gas emissions from its reservoir. Next is irrigation. In farming, the process of irrigation has become significant, especially to countries that experience less rainfall. However, it affects the water cycle by removing water from its natural source. This process negates itself by causing leaching and runoff, affecting the water flow altogether. Lastly, deforestation. Trees produce water vapor that contributes to the water cycle by evaporating into the atmosphere. However, with deforestation, the production of water vapor decreases, which affects the land to become much drier.
To solve problems with hydropower, authorities must implement sustainability assessment protocols to hydroelectric projects, which ensures more environmental friendliness and less harm to the local communities. In addition, since there are other more sustainable energy resources that are better alternative than hydropower, one solution is to stop building new dams and rely on less risky energy resources. To remove problems of irrigated water, modern irrigation and well-organized method of water conservation are suggested. Other solutions are harnessing micro-irrigation, reduction of water-intensive crops, watershed development, and improving water conservation policy in agricultural sector. To manage deforestation problems, solutions are government regulations, banning clear-cutting of forests, reforestations and afforestations, and reduced consumption of paper.
Imagine two fishes. Let's call those two the rainbow fish and the redfish. The former is invasive or non-native, and the latter is native. The two are closely related, so they hybridize and the population grows more than ever. However, the ecosystem structure shifts because of the apparent hybridizing of the two fishes, causing the redfish to go extinct. Therefore, nutrient cycling is also changed because of the extinction of the redfish, the fish that maintain the ecosystem structure. This is the story of what happened between the rainbow trout and the Albert redband trout, and the lack of management actions led to this.
The beauty of nature's calm is enhanced by the sight of green, leafy, free-floating aquatic plants over enormous body of water. However, with closer inspection, the fear of the unknown emerges. In the Philippines, Invasive alien species like the water hyacinth are slowly creeping, menacing one ecosystem at a time. This pervasive plant can rise above the surface by as much as a meter in height. It is not edible, and they can compete with native species, displacing them and causing ecological imbalance. Invasive alien species are like pests. It is difficult to eradicate, control, or manage. Therefore, it requires a scientific solution.
Plants and crops are exposed to new stressors in the environment, namely low water and nutrient availability, extreme temperatures and light intensities, and soil properties such as salinity and heavy metal content as a result of disruptions in the water cycle. This has led to the modification of chromatins to make the plant more resilient. A subpopulation of the Atlantic molly has adapted to the high presence of hydrogen sulfide, which is normally toxic to most animals. These adaptations are a result of DNA methylation and can be observed in the following generations.
Byproducts of the chlorination process of drinking water, such as chloroform, dichloroacetic acid, and trichloroacetic acid, cause an increased expression of a gene involved in liver and kidney tumors. Trihalomethanes, which are contaminants found in drinking water, demonstrate carcinogenic activity and decreases the methylation of the c-Myc gene. It should not be ignored that these alterations can cause the development of diseases, immune system abnormalities, reproductive issues, and tumor development later on in life. Furthermore, DNA methylation is passed through genetics, as subsequent generations will also be affected.
Water is the most abundant resource on the planet and is what sustains life on Earth. The water cycle is also critical to ensuring that the proper quantity of water is available in nature. However, the numerous issues we have regarding water and water life is quite alarming, most especially because we do not pay enough importance to these matters. We should without a doubt preserve water and take care of it, for protecting it would mean ensuring our own future here on Earth.